Hey guys, it's Mike from Dallas Geek. Brad's over there, so hi Brad. Shut up, Brad, I don't care. All right, and we are here today with...
Dee Rich.
Friend of the show, but we realized we've only ever done an interview with you one time, and it was exactly a year ago.
It was at this con,
Right.
And I was Princess Peach, just
Right.
a different version.
Which is really funny because when you said you were doing Battle Peach,
Yeah.
we were like, we have to do it.
Of course, we absolutely have to do it. And actually, there is another video with me at AnimeFest.
That's right. I
wasn't
missed
an
that.
interview,
That's
really.
right. I missed that.
We
That
were
was
just
the
hanging out.
that was the after hours party that I
It
missed.
was a lot of D going bleep 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 bleep.
So she took my place essentially, is what I'm hearing.
I did. Was it uncensored? You just cut all my stuff out because
Only the first bit.
Yeah.
After that, it was
I calmed down after the first bit. Yeah. I was like,
You
oh,
calm?
I'm being filmed. I did. I popped my skirt off. Like I got up and my skirt
What?
just went. Whoop. Is mine still there? Praise Jesus!
favorite con.
Oh! I popped my belt off when I said praise Jesus. You praised it off. I'm just gonna leave it. It was a good moment. You could have choreographed that if you tried.
All right.
Twice.
So much for having a normal interview. Okay, well tell me about the cleavage. I mean, costume.
Okay, so this is my version of Battle Peach.
Okay.
The armor is actually laser cut plastic made by Power Loader Props.
Okay.
And then I did all the paint and the details and the trim. So, and then the sword, he made the sword, and I made the shoes.
How long did it take to come together?
He'd been working on it for like 3 months off and on, and he sent it to me last year, and I was supposed to have it for that con last year, and the mail lost one of the packages. So I was like, well, and then the other one was damaged, so I had to send it back.
Which I hear is a problem if you're in the cosplay community, is a
I
lot of
lost
stuff goes
so
missing.
So much stuff. It's ridiculous. So I got it last year, and then I was like, well, now I have to repaint everything again because I took it out Thursday, and my paint was all scratched from storage. And I was like, well, that's not acceptable. So I stayed up all night repainting I never went to bed Thursday night.
Well, that is the cost of, I guess, the business.
Yeah. I was just I didn't want to wear it when I was all scratched up, so.
I got you.
Shiny.
It doesn't look super comfortable.
I mean, I've had more uncomfortable costumes.
Okay.
I'm good, except I can't bend over or I will pierce my own belly button,
Yeah,
which is already pierced, but still.
you probably should have maybe, I guess,
Yeah.
not put a corner on there.
Well, I didn't really take into allowance a padded bra, which moved everything around. So now when I bend over, it comes around the ball and down into my stomach. And I was like, well, lessons have been learned.
Right? Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Except I think you're supposed to do that before you actually show
but
up.
I didn't.
Yeah. We're noticing you're not normal.
I'm not. It's true. No cosplayer is.
Well, so as a cosplayer, you guys are usually here at your tables, or you're here at your...
Yeah.
So how much of the cons do you actually get to go out and enjoy?
So I actually get to do a little more than a lot of the people here because I mod for Fan Expo.
Which I was actually going to bring up. You did a little bit of that
Yeah.
yesterday. You
Oh
want to
my
talk about
gosh.
that?
Yeah, I did Finn Wolfhard, which was hilarious because every teenage girl in the con was in there and they were just like, ah. And that kid is adorable.
He's a kid. Calm down.
But he's adorable, and he's
I
got
don't
like
care-
this
I don't care.
curly
Calm
hair.
down.
So all the girls were in the front with all of their cameras out the entire time, and they had lined themselves up so that nobody's camera was in front of anybody else's camera. Like they staggered themselves.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding. It was the first thing I noticed when I sat down, and I was like, "This is gonna be good."
Please tell me you called them all out on it.
Oh no! I kept walking out because my microphone wasn't working. So I would walk out, microphone wouldn't work, and every time I walked out, they were like, "Ah, oh." Sorry guys, just a grown woman.
Not the teenage boy that
Not
you're
a
all
teenage
drooling
boy.
over.
So when I walked out the third time, I was like, and finally, Finn Wolfhard.
Oh, that's funny. We just had to wear you guys out before he actually came out.
Yeah, because they were really excited. And then I did Mark Shepard.
Okay. How was that?
Who is the best.
Yeah.
He's very abrupt and says exactly what he's thinking all the time. I don't know who that might remind anybody of.
Not anybody in this current interview.
Nope. So actually, people have been like, oh, he doesn't really need mods. He usually just leaves these sitting there. But I met him at Calgary, and we hung out a little bit, so we kind of already had we kind of knew each other's personalities already. That panel was the best panel I've ever done for Fan Expo.
Okay. How many panels have you done?
I don't know. The year before last, I did 9. I changed 18 times. It was ridiculous.
So is that weird going up to mod somebody else's panel in a cosplay?
Oh, no, I can't. I have to change.
Oh, do you? Okay.
So whenever I'm modding, I have to change into something else because you can't be in costume with a celebrity because that's their moment, not my moment.
Okay, so
I have to coordinate what I'm wearing around how many panels I have to do that day. But somebody had called in sick or something, and they were like, can you do this panel, can you do that panel? And I was like, I mean, I'm not going to say no. So I was at my table for like 2 hours. That was it for a Saturday. Yeah.
That seems like a short amount of time on what is supposed to be the busy day.
But it was so much fun. So before this, I would have said that the Attack on Titan panel with Trina Nishimura and Josh Green, which turned into a Yuri on Ice panel halfway through, would have been my favorite, but now Mark Shepard wins.
Awesome. Are you doing any more panels this weekend?
No more celeb panels, but I have a cosplay panel at 2:30 tomorrow or today with Leon for cosplay positivity.
Okay, and what are you guys going to be talking about in there?
Really, we're going to be talking about body image, being positive in your cosplay when not everyone accepts you. A lot of people we talked to in Calgary talked about how their parents don't approve because they're from a different generation, stuff like that. So really, it's just about lifting people up.
Awesome. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's cool that you're kind of taking that responsibility and kind of being...
It's a prevalent problem in the community. Our community supports each other. Like, we're all very tight, especially here in
Outside the
Dallas.
community, not so much?
Outside the community, it's still a little taboo. It's still a little weird. Like, we always have the religious protesters outside. Your parents are from quite a bit farther back than you are, and they want you to have a 401k and a job, and which I have that, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we really want people to do something that they love and be supported in their creativity.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, what are we showing up in tomorrow?
Tomorrow is interesting. Tomorrow is Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so a bunch of us are doing DC.
Okay.
And me and my girlfriend Darian are doing Coachella versions of Raven and Starfire. So lots of jewels, lots of like filmy skirts and bodysuits. It's gonna be interesting.
I'm trying to mentally picture that, and I don't know if it's doing it
There's
justice.
this woman on Instagram. She draws like gauzy festival versions of characters, and she did these 3 like versions of each of those characters, and we were like, that is really cool. So we were gonna mash it all together and make our own. And she was really excited about it. She said nobody had ever cosplayed her art before when I tagged her, and I was like, what?
That's awesome. Well, you guys did something similar back at Fan Days, right? What, the Eevees?
Yeah, that was me and Scarlet Muse.
Yeah, right,
We
yeah,
did Eevee Goddesses by Little Paper Forest.
Right. So, so I guess, do you draw a lot of inspiration from artists on like Instagram and stuff like that?
I love fan art. I love fan art. Fan art is the best. Like canon characters are awesome to do. It gets boring after a while. So I like to look around and be like, that fan art is amazing. I'm going to cosplay that.
Awesome.
And then I usually print out a picture and I put it on my table so everybody can go follow the artist and see who it is and all that stuff.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Kind of giving back to the person that gave you the inspiration.
Absolutely. If you're cosplaying someone's drawing, you should give them credit.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, before we sign off, this is the point where we look at the camera and do shameless plugs. So shameless plugs whenever you're ready.
Shameless self-promotion. Follow me at Lady Dee Rich on all my social media platforms.
That it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And before we leave, I just want to point out we did, in fact, beat you here today.
You did. You know why you beat me here? Because Prince Harry perforated his eardrum. He woke up this morning with blood coming out of his eardrum and he had to go to the ER.
Is he okay?
He's okay. He's resting right now. He was like, I need to be there. And I was like, it's going to be okay. And then I realized I really need him to be here because I can't bend over and do anything. So I had to get here with all of my stuff, and it took me like 30 minutes to get over here, like just walking.
Well, hopefully Prince Harry...
I still got here by 10:20, so that's not terrible.
Especially for you, that's a miracle.
What? It's not
Shots
true.
fired. Yeah, shots fired.
Hey, when we were in Canada, I was there 30 minutes early every day.
But you can't do that here.
I can't do that here. It's like a curse.
Yeah.
Something always happens.
It's about right.
Something life-shattering always happens.
Like perforating your eardrum.
Like perforating your eardrum.
Well, this was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I don't know if it was for you.
It was all right.
I don't really care, to be honest
Yeah,
with
I
you.
didn't really care.
Okay, cool.
That's fine.
All right, so this
I
is
got
where
you.
we wave to the camera and say bye. Bye.